And today I want to talk about process and the patterns. Are you following the patterns, or do you have a solid process in place? I made a post about this on the LinkedIn side yesterday as well, and I just wanted to come live today and chat about it. So I think it's very, very interesting of this distinction between the process and the patterns, and which one we're following and how we are going about it. So like I said, if you're watching this live, leave me a little comment here, and say hi. If you're watching on replay, put a hashtag replay, for example, and let me know how this live resonates with you. So let's jump straight into it. So patterns are these habits we have, which I'm a very big fan of. There's a lot of habits that we have in life. For example, for me, I have a reading habit, I have a meditation habit, I have a exercise habit, all these things. But do they produce results in the end, right? So we might follow these patterns day in, day out, but in the end, are we really sure where to? What is the end goal? Where are we going to with these patterns, with these habits? Now, the process, on the other hand, is the big picture. What is the bigger meaning? What is the bigger process of it all? What is the ultimate goal? What is the end goal, if you will? And there's a big and a very interesting saying that do not mistake the forest from the trees. The map is not the territory. If you think of that thing, like a lot of times we have a map, we have these patterns that we follow, but do we have a big picture of the actual territory? A lot of times we look at the trees, but we mistake the trees from the forest. Like they're both connected. Obviously, the habits are part of the process, but there's still a little differentiation between the two. Remember, you only follow the patterns if you only stick to your habits, if you will, and you don't have a very clear picture. What is the process? Where are those habits, and what is that process leading you into? Then you might be just repeating the same loops all over again. I'll give you an example. You want to lose weight, or in my case, I want to gain weight. But let's use an example of losing weight. A lot of people, they go to the gym, for example, they're going to lose weight, and you follow in this pattern. You're following a habit of going to the gym and doing the exercise and doing the workout. Now, if you're not careful, or if you're not 100% sure what is the process, for example, you might actually lose some weight, but you're also going to gain some weight because you lose some of the muscle mass. Sorry, you lose some of the fat tissue, but you might be gaining some muscle mass. So you're not actually losing weight. You're following the patterns, right? But you, in the process, not losing weight because you're losing fat and you're gaining muscle. So the end result will be the same. You're probably going to look better and you're going to feel different, but that's outside of the perspective here that we talked about. I just wanted to use that as an example. Or for me, for example, a meditation habit. I might be sitting down in meditation every day for 10, 15 minutes, which is my habit. But is the process, is that leading me to more calm space throughout the day? Do I have more inner peace and more inner thoughts and more sort of more let's call it enlightened feelings throughout the day from that meditation habit, right? So that is the process. What is the process? And the pattern might be the meditation habit. So make sure you differentiate between the patterns and the that they're both interconnected. But the pitfall, if you will, is a lot of the times the people, we're just following the patterns, and we mistake the patterns from the process, right? So you want to start, I would say, you want to start with the process and then figure out those patterns, figure out those habits that suit into that process. Okay, so that's my 2 cents of Tuesday morning wisdom here from Tahiti. Hopefully that resonates with you. If you followed along, let me know what are some of the patterns that you follow, and do they lead into a bigger results in the end? What is the process? What are the end goals, if you will, that you want to reach out? If it's losing weight, gaining weight, also business-wise. Let me just give you another example here, just to kind of finish off with this. For my pattern for the longest time, in coaching and in business, especially last year, was just to do my thing, putting my content out, but not having a real process, not having a really solid process underneath of it. And I wasn't really going anywhere until I found that I need to put myself out there in a different way, in a different fashion. I need to have a bit of better message. So that I started figuring out what is the what is the process that I really want to achieve, right? What is the process that I want to establish here? And then from there, I figured out, okay, so what are the patterns? What are the habits that I need to attach into that process, right? I think that is a crucial piece, that you figure out the process first and then attach your habits and your routines into that process. So hopefully that resonates with you. I put a lot of effort and energy into my message here this morning. Leave me a little comment if that was helpful, if you found that interesting, and I look forward to seeing you on future lives. There will be more interviews coming in. There will be more more interviews, really interesting interviews coming next week. I will be in Rob Sharkey, and I will be interviewing Carrie Bowling also from Wisconsin, entrepreneurship. So that will be super interesting stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed that little quick blast here from Tahiti. It's a little rainy day, but it's beautiful anyways. And have an amazing, productive weekend.